Hi, I'm Heather with Prosper Your Home, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about adversity. So, in our life, we experience a lot of opposition and a lot of struggle and challenges and adversity. And for a lot of us, it gets to the point where it becomes incredibly stressful, and we feel that we're failing and we are not handling things well, and we don't know what to do to get out of it. And I'm here to tell you that adversity is part of life. It's supposed to happen. And I think a lot of us recognize that. It's part of life. It's never going to stop happening. We're going to always have challenges we've got to try to overcome. But there is a way to use our adversity as a catalyst for growth and change. And the world of life coaching has just opened up exponentially everywhere because people really are hoping for change in their life because they're struggling with something that they feel like they can't solve on their own, and they need somebody to help guide them through the challenge that they're trying to work through. So with me, I help people with elimination of junk in their life so that they can have a better home environment, a better relationships with their family, better finances, and better health. Basically, I do a lot of it all through the process of alignment. So, opposition, it's a law, it's a universal law, it's just part of it. This whole entire existence is about the understanding the law of polarity and how to deal with it and how to get a grip so that we can suddenly choose not to be bitter about our opposition, but to become better because of it, and that it can make us stronger and to know how to grow. And I think that there comes a point where we become so frustrated, and frustration can go one of two ways. You can either be so incredibly frustrated where you're bitter about everything that's going wrong and take the victim card and feel like nothing ever is going to change and woe is me and pity party and oh my gosh, life sucks, I'm just going to go eat worms, right? Or you can take it differently and recognize that I am so frustrated about this thing that it's either going to make me or break me. I'm going to make it change because I can't stand it any longer. And a lot of times that's where we either look out for help, or we're coming up for resources that we're trying to find through books or people or something to help us get through that. And that's when it's the point of no return, the dark night of the soul. We just know that something has to change. My uncle liked to call it inspirational dissatisfaction. And when you reach that level of, it's almost like a beacon of light, wow, I am so inspired that I have to change this thing that's going on in my life, because it's just, you're so uncomfortable that you're no longer willing to stand another day of it happening. And when you get to that point, that's when you finally are willing to move into a different state. It's where the caterpillar gets into the cocoon to become the butterfly. But there's that, again, that there's still a growth period that you've got to go through. That cocoon period has to happen. And that's the part where we get really, really, really anxious and, oh, how much longer? How much longer? And you kind of start feeling like, oh, I'm just going to, break out of this before I'm even reaching the thing. And so we struggle with what it is that we need to do to get to that point of transformation. And that's when we start to reach out for help. So the world of coaching has opened up because we need help. And I have decided to become a coach because I knew what it was like when I was trying to transform and change my life, because the same old rut kept happening over and over and over. I kept running into the same wall. Our finances were struggling. Our relationships in our family were struggling. The clutter was everywhere. My mind was a mess. I felt like nothing was ever balanced. And I started to realize that the problem was within me. I needed to eliminate the junk that I was continually attracting in my life. And I realized it was more than just one thing. In order to find the balance, I had to learn to look at it as one great whole, but then I realized I needed to break it down smaller because I was trying to manage everything all at once and it wasn't working. And lately I've been really understanding the process of focusing on the one thing. I believe that man is that he might have joy. That comes from one of our scriptures. I am a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. We believe in the Book of Mormon as well as the Bible, and there is a verse that we love as one of our scripture mastery, and it is Adam fell that men might be, and men are that they might have joy, and that's 2 Nephi 2:25. And the God didn't just put us here to experience adversity. He put us here to learn how to find joy and find our best potential. And that adversity is just part of that process. It's just one piece that's actually going to help refine us, to help get us to recognize who we really are and what we really don't want. And I think that, I was listening to this thing this morning by Esther Hicks, and it kind of really hit me, that that we really have all of these challenges in our life to kind of rub us the wrong way to the point where we're uncomfortable enough to change, that we want to change, and that's part of it. So when we have all of this adversity that we don't want to be having, if we could just see it in a different light and just use it as our inspiration, our inspirational dissatisfaction to choose to change, that's going to be our greatest key. And for any of you who are struggling and in a place where you just want things to be different, get a coach. If it's me, great. If it's not me, find somebody who you're connecting with and you're driving with. But find somebody to help you, because sometimes we don't do very well alone. And even though we're finding resources and books and podcasts and things out there, sometimes you just need somebody to kind of give you a little bit of an extra nudge and accountability to be able to walk you through your transformational change, because it's just hard to do it alone, and it's going to take longer, and it's just going to be more headbutting and more ruts, and you're going to keep coming back to your old patterns, and you just need to have somebody helping walk you with you on your side to get you to the place that you're going to reach your highest potential. So again, if you want to work with me, my name's Heather Markham. You can find me at you can find me at prosperyourhome.org. And you can also connect with me, heathermarkham.org/call, and we can work with a strategy session with you to kind of go through and see what's your main things in life that you're trying to reach. What is it that you're needing to overcome, and where's your chaos and clutter? I can help you pinpoint those things so that we know what it is we need to align you to, so that you can begin to change your patterns, your programs, and get you out of this horrible situation that you're frustrated about. And I hope to talk to you soon, and thank you for coming onto my channel. Subscribe if you like, and let's get to know each other.